So, a friend of mine is looking to, as part of a bit of a show act, to do the whole frozen rose trick. So that's where you dunk a rose in liquid nitrogen, then you just crush it and the entire thing falls to pieces. Problem is, of course, that liquid nitrogen is kind of difficult to get a hold of for, the common public. It's kind of limited to, industrial or medical use, which, I mean, you can get it, but it's pretty damn expensive. So what I was wondering is if we could possibly use an alternative where we use a bit of dry ice in place of the liquid nitrogen. There's a couple of differences, of course. Liquid nitrogen is significantly colder. It's got like a boiling point, so it's got a temperature of around minus 190 degrees, where dry ice unfortunately only has a boiling point because it's a solid, a melting point because it's solid. Well, I don't know, technically both because it kind of sublimes, but anywho, a boiling, let's say, boiling melting point of like minus 85 degrees Celsius, of course, if any Americans happen to be watching this. So yeah, a little bit warmer, so we're going to see if we can still get the same effect. So I've just got some roses out of the garden, a little bit wet, hopefully that doesn't affect anything. Oh, also, because dry ice is a solid, we need a medium in which we can actually conduct the heat out of the rose. So in this case, we're just going to use a bit of acetone because it doesn't freeze. Because if you were to use water, of course, it has a freezing point of 0 degrees Celsius, and it would just freeze. So let's give this a shot. Hopefully these will fit in. So we're just going to stick it in for 10 seconds, see what happens. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it out. Oh, hello. Crushing. Yeah, that seems to work surprisingly well. Unfortunately, I have left most of the petals in there, but do I have anything broader that we can try using with? Let's give this bucket a shot. It's got a whole lot of crap in it. Let's see how that goes. Just transfer that over. What's that? Looks like actually a little bit more of this, so we're going to do it this way. Just going to need some of this stuff as well. It'll do that because the acetone's at room temperature, where everything else is not. So the availability of dry ice and acetone is pretty good. Like dry ice you can get very easily, you don't need any sort of license. I mean, it's considered a dangerous good, but it's not really. I mean, it's just very cold. So that's the thing you got to watch out for, as compared to things like liquid nitrogen, where the big issue with that is if you put in a sealed container that it's not rated for, you've basically made a bomb, which is not good. And acetone you can get from pretty much any hardware store. I just got this lot from Bunnings down the road. So let's give this a shot again, just on the larger pool here. So let's go. It seemed to stop boiling at about 5 seconds last time, so let's give that another shot. Just 5 seconds this time. Not submerging properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. Hey, that's pretty cool, isn't it? That's very cool. I'm very happy with that. Got one more rose, pink one this time. Let's just one more time for posterity's sake. Also, one thing you're going to have to take care of, I should have mentioned this at the start, whilst you're working with this sort of stuff, is you're going to need to wear gloves because the acetone is still going to be on there. It's going to be very cold. I'm just using some shitty gardening gloves, but probably dishwashing gloves, any sort of thing that's just going to insulate you from the cold a little bit would be a good idea. I guess you'd probably do that with dry ice as well. I don't really know. I've never done that before. So let's just give this one last shot. Let's go 5 seconds again and pull it out and crush it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is quite impressive. A little bit in the middle that wasn't quite frozen. Give that one more shot. Yeah. There we go. I'd call that a success.